Morning everyone, my name is Audrey. I'm stitchywitch42 here on FlossTube and over on Instagram. It is Monday, the 13th of November, 2023, and this is my channel about cross-stitch life, the universe, and everything. Have Mark upstairs in the library because he's home today. He has a bit of a head cold, so if you hear random coughing, that's him. I woke up the other morning with the music from the Monster Mash in my brain because Mark has this head cold and he's laying next to me going, "Ugh, ugh." I actually tried to get my phone out, go over to video because I wanted to record that sound. And as soon as I got it set up, he stopped. And I waited, and he didn't do it again. And I went back to sleep until he did it again. And finally, about 4 o'clock in the morning, I decided I was up and came downstairs. And anyway, I've banished him to the library today so that I could record my video because I just can't do this in front of him. Don't know why. It's weird. I get it. It's weird. You might also hear road construction sounds outside because I've got a dump truck in front of the house and an excavator across the street. And every once in a while, they do something out there that makes my whole house shake. So if you see anything falling down, it's just because of the road construction. But at least I would have video documentation and they can pay for the repairs. So, I have a lot of stuff set around me to share with you today. I said it was November 13th. So on the 2nd of November, it was the first Thursday of the month, which meant first Thursday stitching up at Acorns and Threads. It was a full house. In the annex that Janine opened up next door to the shop, I think she had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tables set up in a rectangle. 2 people per table. So 2, 4. Did I say 10 tables? About 20 people. Several first-timers were there. There was a lot of laughing going on that day. It was Cheryl's birthday. So anytime you put Cheryl and Anna together, there is going to be laughter. You add me into the mix and it becomes naughty laughter. And then all the rest of the ladies there. We're all women of a certain age, and that can be any age. So that means until the guys show up, and we do have a couple of guys that come and show up at First Thursday, any topic and every topic is free play and laughter ensues. It was an absolute blast that day. And I did purchase some things, and I'm going to share those with you now. So I know I've shared this before. If you go to Acorns and Threads, you can get this free pattern by Beth Twist, and you can stitch it however you want. All you have to do is ask the ladies, and they will give it to you. But we were looking around and I decided that I needed a new Erica Michaels pattern. This is called Come Back at Midnight. And it's one of those square trays. I use a TV tray next to my chair to hold my things, but being a TV tray, I'm always knocking things on the floor. So I'm thinking that I need to make that and have it sitting on my little TV tray, and maybe I won't knock so many things to the floor. Or maybe I'll knock this to the floor, because that's a possibility. Anna had shown this, and I fell in love with it. This is Tiny Modernist. It's a moon phase bell pull. Right up my alley. So I had Janine put that in my bag for me up at the store, and I picked that up. While I was there, I was looking for some fabric. I have a pattern that I downloaded, and I was trying to find something to stitch it on, and I came up with these two. This first one is Lilac. It's a Weeks Dye Works fabric. Beautiful lilac color. And I'm thinking it might work for the project that I will show you later. Or Cottage Stone, which is a nice neutral. So I picked up a couple of fabrics. Well then, like I said, it was a full house over there, and there was a lady in there, and she was stitching a Satsuma Street perforated paper project, and she finished it there. We don't have a bell for ringing or anything like that when you finish a project, but when she got done with it, she showed it. And I've looked at several of these patterns before, but I saw this one and I needed to have it. Anyway, Anna, Cheryl, and I promptly go over to the shop to go see if we can find these Satsuma Street patterns, and there was only one, and the two of them were nice enough to let me have it, so I got ice cream because of the eyeball. And then Anna made me buy, did she buy these for me or did I buy them? I don't know. I have to show you what Anna gave me. Anyway, these are the cards that you can put on the back of your stitched projects. There's witches and a witch. Sorry, journaling I did just popped into my brain. Pumpkin King or Queen, a little witch and a moon. Ooh, I like her too. A nice pumpkin jack-o'-lantern. She's fabulous. But those were, Anna may have purchased these and stuck them in my bag, or I purchased them. I don't know. Sometimes the things that happen at First Thursday get lost in the chaos of having fun. When I was up there, someone bought me a gift card. It was in my bag. And the ladies at Acorns and Threads never tell you who buys gift cards for you. They just don't. So, whoever it was, I would like to say thank you. I appreciate it. I spent it. Because, obviously, I had lots of things that I was buying. I wanted to show you what Anna gave me, because if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know we have the raccoons that party on our roof at night. They weren't active for a while, and it was really kind of nice. They showed up again the other night. So we're sitting at the table, we're setting up, getting ready to start doing our stitching, and she hands me this package that was wrapped up in this fantastic fabric. I have uses for this. Oh yes, I have uses for this. And inside of it was this. I know FlossTube is going to pick this one as my screenshot because I don't like raccoons. She said she was out shopping with G and she walked past it and she had to get it. She didn't have to. She wanted to. Yeah. I don't like raccoons. Just saying, I don't. And then Cheryl gave me a gift. It was her birthday. Did I tell you we had cake and cupcakes? Women of an age, stitching, laughing, having fun, and a sugar high. Yeah. So Cheryl hands me something, and I have to show you this. On my last video, when I was showing all my finishes, I showed these three. The Hocus Pocus, the Halloween basket, and the Halloween quilt. They're all from the 13 Spooky Smalls. She stitched this one and had Jolyn finish it, and it's Wicked Without Coffee. This is adorable. Absolutely adorable. Jolyn, who does the soft finishing for Acorns and Threads, fantastic work. So, I don't put stitched pieces in my kitchen simply because grease. I don't want them to be damaged by grease. But Mark got a bell cover, and I might put that over that so that I can have that in the kitchen by the coffee maker. It's an idea. Alrighty, that was First Thursday. That was the first time that I was at Acorns and Threads this month, because I went again the following Thursday. Why? Because Jolyn called me while I was at Acorns and Threads on First Thursday and said, I have your piece finished. I'll be delivering it tomorrow. Okay. So I went up last Thursday to pick up the finish on this piece that I had stitched earlier in the year. This was the one that I had stitched it so close to the selvage that I just didn't want to deal with it. And I know that Jolyn is an awesome finisher because I've had her finish other things for me before. So I took all my stuff up there, and this is Pennsylvania Dutch Tomato Pin Keep. She made the little berry on the side of it. Look how good she got the back of it. Right there. Right there. She lined it up so well. She put it on the stand. She added the tomato top up above. It's gorgeous. And the bag floats to the floor. She also gave me back my leftover floss, so that can go upstairs and get put away. But when I went up there, I had to go look in my bag again because I had purchased their coupon book. She does this once a year about this time, costs $12, And inside of it, you have coupons, like July next year, 20% off any fabric that you purchase. Or April, which is a mystery discount. You draw and you can get anywhere from 20 to 40% off. $12. I've been buying these for the last 3 or 4 years, and they're always paid for in just a few purchases. Like the 2 that I made this month. Oh my God. But what else did I purchase while I was up there? Well, in my bag was a piece of black Aida. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why. I mean, if I'm going to stitch on black, I'm going to stitch on black Aida. But I couldn't figure out why I got a cut like this. Until I was driving home and I realized that this is for this. It's natural, people. It's natural. But then I also had this in my bag in the shop. So apparently I had asked them to order a mill hill kit for me. I like little bats. Maybe I'll do that, yes, next year. Bats. 2024, the year of bats. Ideas. But I was looking around the shop and I saw 2 more pieces that I wanted, or 2 more patterns that I wanted to pick up. One I had looked at the previous Thursday. It's also a tiny modernist. It is parts 9 and 10 of their ornament series. So this is what I got simply because I like this one up here. On the back is all 12 of them, so you could stitch them together like that, or you could stitch them individually. But that one is calling to me. And then I saw this one by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. This is a pumpkin urn. Now I want you to take a look at that because they're stitching on 2 different colors of fabric. And then they're blended together. I think that's gorgeous. So gorgeous. So, has the DMC colors on the back. It's stitched on 36 count Shiloh and 36 count peppercorn. I love that. Need to do it. All right. Purchases at Acorns and Threads. But there's more. These were not from Acorns and Threads. Both my daughter and my son were in the Navy. And my daughter in particular likes to decorate her guest bathroom with octopi or kraken, depending on what she can find. She has a rum keg in there. She's my pirate girl. And I saw this pattern. It was posted on Instagram, and I had to have it. When I was off for those 2 weeks in October, I was binge watching everything. And I decided that I needed to watch Pirates of the Caribbean. I knew there were 4 videos because I have all 4 of them right over there. I didn't know there was a 5th video. So after watching the first 4, I watched the 5th video. I don't know if anybody else has seen it. If you have, I would love to get your impression of it down below, because quite honestly, I thought it was crap. It was obvious shortly into the video that this movie, that movie was made to wrap up the storyline from Pirates of the Caribbean. Having said that, the story itself kind of sort of followed the theme of the other four, but the whole movie just seemed rushed and crap. If you've watched the fifth movie, tell me what you thought of it. If you didn't think it was crap, tell me why it wasn't crap. Sorry. Anyway, over on Instagram, the Witchy Stitcher posted this pattern, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to get it because I knew I wanted to stitch it for my daughter, and that's the black pearl. I think this is so cool. And of course, it's all 310 black or any color of black that you want to use. Now, I already know that I will not be putting the words up here. I just want the ship and the Kraken. This was part of the reason why I was looking for fabric up at Acorns and Threads, is because I wanted to find something for this. And while I think those two pieces of fabric would work really well for this, they're not what I was seeing in my head. So the other day I went on to Under the Sea Fabrics, and I found one, and I haven't got it yet because I just ordered it, but I got one that I think this is going to look perfect on, because half of it is mottled in yellows and reds like a stormy sky, and the other half is a deep blue like sea. So yeah, that's my idea for that one. Then I saw another pattern. Someone posted it. And I think I had to go join a Facebook group to find out where to get this pattern, but that's okay because I really, really like this pattern. And I have to find a picture on my phone to show you why I like this pattern. On my laptop, the screensaver that I've had for a long time was this image right here. And the thing that I like about it is that the letters, if you look at them closely, they look like they're stitched. They look like embroidery is what they look like. So I saw this pattern, and thinking to what I have on my screensaver, I wanted to have this pattern. It is called Wicca-20. It is by Cool Gothic Stitch. But what I want to do with that is some embroidery, some fancy stitching. I think I want to blend some of the colors from this one onto this one, because what I saw on this one stitched up, it was all 310 black, which is perfect for me, but I want to make it look more like this one. That's my idea. So again, the two pieces of fabric I had would look good for this, but not what I was envisioning. So then the other night I went on to Bestitch Me, and I ordered 5 pieces of fabric from her. I don't know when I'm going to get any of that fabric, but I know that I will be getting it eventually. I also found another pattern that I had downloaded. This is from Needle Treasures Nook, and it's called Pumpkin Spice. After my last video, and I did the little video at the end of it showing everything that was on my sideboard, everything that was on my mantle, everything that was upstairs in the crafting room. When I went to put it away, there's still more in the tote. All Halloween. I need to get away from Halloween. And honestly, I don't consider that one Halloween, since I'm just doing the boat and the ship because my daughter likes Krakens. And this one is just me, and that's not Halloween, although Halloween is my lifestyle. I needed more fabric. So I think I have anywhere from 5 to 7 pieces of fabric coming in eventually. And then I'll get to share all of that with you. Alrighty. But I have been doing some stitching. And on 2 pieces specifically. And before I get into them, I have to tell you why I want a purple door. I know. Random things, right? Random things. My house, the core of my house, is 100 years old this year. When we bought our house, it was a complete house. It had a complete living room. It had a complete kitchen. It had a complete bathroom. It had a complete laundry room. It had a complete porch. It was a complete house. And then there was Mark. My husband is a very creative, gifted man when it comes to designing and building things. And we hadn't expected to start doing some remodeling on our house when we first moved in. But when our then 4-year-old son came into us one day and asked why the kitchen counter was moving, and we came in to find that there was a huge nest of sugar ants in the cupboard above the counter, the south side of my kitchen disappeared. That was 1988. My kitchen is not finished. There's just little things left to be done, but it's not finished. That was 1988. Then there was the front porch. Somewhere between a dozen years ago, 15 years ago, we needed to do work on the front porch because the south side of it was starting to sag. So Mark tore apart the front porch. He reinforced the foundation, and he started working on it. And it's not finished. It's closer this year, but it's not finished. The laundry room. He decided that he wanted to add an extension onto it so that we could have more storage downstairs. And he did. It's not finished. I love my husband. I no longer live in a finished house. Because of the work that he does. And he does beautiful work, don't get me wrong. The man is a craftsman. His dad worked for a heating company and did duct work, and built the home that Mark grew up in. His grandfather was a painter, a house painter. He had an uncle who had a construction company, and Mark worked with these 3 very talented men, and he has these talents, and he starts things. I'm waiting for things to be completed. Anyway, The outside of my house is a multitude of different colors because things were started, but they haven't been completed. The south side of my house is green and yellow. The railings on the front of my house are green. The face of the front of my house is the hardy plank with no paint on it. So it's that white grayish primer color. And then there's the original brown that the house was when we bought it complete. And Mark's vision of what the front door should be, the color for the front door, was he wanted a burnt orange. Now, when we started repainting the house, the green and the yellow and the burnt orange, I was never really feeling the burnt orange. It's not a color, it's not a me color, it's not. But I told him years ago I wanted a purple door. And he said no. He said no. But it still sticks in the back of my head because purple is a complementary color to green, and it's an opposite color from yellow on the color wheel, and it would go quite nice, but I don't want just a purple door. I want it to look aged and weathered, like it's been painted a multitude of times. And I know how to do this because I've painted faux brick in my kitchen. I've painted the ceiling in my downstairs bathroom to look like pressed tin, and I'm going to share photos of those at the end of this video to show you what I can do with paint. I want a purple door. So the other day, Mark comes home, and I had a piece that I was working on sitting on the table next to me. And I was in the kitchen. I think I was making dinner. I don't know. Lately, he's been making dinner more often than me, so it's kind of rare when I'm in there. But he walked in, and he walked past this stitch piece there, and he goes, "Oh, I like the door on that piece." And I said, "Good, because we're going to have a purple door." This was the door he saw. Now I'd like you to take a look at it, and I'm holding it up as close as I can to the camera. There are 5 shades of blue and purple in that door, and one that is a blended blue and purple. And that's kind of sort of what I want my door to be. This is Halloween balcony. Do you see how close I am to finishing it? I just have this little section here to do and the back stitch in this. This is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. But I want a purple door. So then, when I was stitching on the other piece that I've been working on, and I know that I've shared this one with you too, it's from the Just Cross Stitch 2023 Halloween. I think when I post it on Instagram, I keep putting the wrong name on there. I keep saying no one is home. It's nobody is home. It's this one. This is the one that I wanted to stitch because it reminds me of the book I read as a child, Mr. Pine's Purple House. And I have been posting some pictures on Instagram of this piece. And if you go and look at those pictures, you're going to see the color of this fabric so much better because getting up close with the pictures shows it much better than it does here. But this is where I'm at on Nobody is Home. I added the extra shade of purple in there because the image I see for the front of my house is a purple door. An aged, worn, looks like it's been there for 100 years like the rest of my house, or the core of my house. I want a purple door. So this is where I'm at on Nobody is Home. I'm almost finished with it. All I have to do is fill in the purple of the house color, and this one will be done. Now my plan for this one is I want to make it into a book cover to cover Mr. Pine's purple house. And I was thinking to myself what I wanted to use on the back was something that had some writing. And that's where Anna's fabric comes in, because it looks like a newspaper. So I'm going to have to play with it and see if I can have something like this on the back of the book cover with this on the front of it. It's an idea. I'll figure it out. Now, I have something else that I need to share with you. Or rather, Thing has something that he would like to share with you. Thing got his very first Halloween card this year. I opened up this package envelope, and inside of it was a Halloween card for me. Thank you so much, Sandy. But then I realized there was something tucked behind it. And this is Thing's first Halloween card. He's so happy. So this is Thing, and this is Canadian Thing. Both were sent from Sandy, New Westminster, BC. Okay. I think that's enough of my ramblings for today. Mark's been sitting upstairs in my library. I'm sure he has the door open. I'm sure he's heard everything I had to say about the fact that nothing is finished in my house. I may or may not get in trouble later on. I almost forgot. I did the drawings for the 2 items that I wanted to pass along from my last video. Scarlet House, Sew Witch is going to This Is Crafty Heather. Heather, I have my email in the drop down box below. Send me an email with your address so that I can get that sent out to you. And the other was this fabric. This is going to Georgie McDougall. I may have your address. But I don't know. Anyway, please send me an email with your address just in case, and I will get both of these sent out as soon as I can. So, everything I have on my list has been talked about. So I think that that's all I have to share this time. I'm going to turn this off, go play with editing and see if I can do this without having 2 introductions in my video. Maybe I'll go for 3 or 4. I'll try to remember to add the photos of my faux painting that I've done in the kitchen and in my bathroom, just so that you will get an idea of what I can do with paint. And I know I can make my purple door happen. I even came up with an idea the other day how to do it, but it means I have to take the door off the hinges in order to paint it. So next summer. Purple Door 2024. Live long and stitch on, my friends. Bye-bye.